Hey, what's going on everybody? It is Nick here, back with a brand new video. Today we're going to be talking about DNT or District0X. As you guys know, I still remain bullish on this project. I know a lot of people have kind of given up hope. We have been consolidating for such a long time with no real movement and no real, kind of update overall in terms of the project. Today definitely did not help. We did lose some key support. We are currently trading at about 21 almost and a half cents. We did just reach about 26 cents, but we do see a little bit of a pullback happening on Bitcoin overall. But nonetheless, this is one of those holds that are very frustrating, as I mentioned many times before. Some of these frustrating holds turn into some of the most incredible and most profitable holds overall. But I still remain bullish on DNT. Still, I mean, my overall opinion did not change at all. Still very, happy with this holding. Did I lose a little bit of money? Yeah. I mean, I will admit that I did buy a little bit at, 30 cents and so to accumulate a little bit more. I am down a little bit. We all make a little bit of mistakes. We're not perfect traders here. We don't, continuously make 100% profit and we never lose or anything like that. I will admit when I lose or when I'm down. Now, of course, I lost a little bit of money in terms of that one trade, but I still am profitable. I entered DNT at around 11 cents. But nonetheless, what I really want to talk to you guys about is we are getting some adoption here. So DNT recently tweeted out, this is actually 33 minutes ago, and they said, pumped to be included on DeFi Pulse's DeFi list/infrastructure. Come build your next decentralized exchange, marketplace, or registry on the D0X network and be instantly connected to our DAO's Web3 community, tech support, and graphics agency. Which is awesome to hear. They are, pretty much starting to ramp up their social media presence. I would say, they are a lot more active overall, but nonetheless, this is really cool to see that, they are getting a little bit more adopted in terms of, having these partnerships pretty much set up and seeing a little bit more of, some activity in terms of the overall project is also very nice because we have seen a little bit less, I would say, updates in terms of the project for the most part, but now we are actually seeing a little bit more innovation happening. Now they do have more plans here. We got the the eye emoji with the coming soon text under it that's kind of flipped, with them tagging hedgex.io. I personally do not know what this is. This is brand new, but we see here full stack options exchange on the EVM platform, OpenDefi by D0X. So this is a new project overall. Like I said, they are doing a lot more now. They are, kind of ramping up a little bit more project innovation. So I'm actually very excited to see this, especially considering that we are ranging to be in this bull run. Now, again, we will have some chop. It is what it is. So you guys could enter now. You guys could wait a little bit. You could DCA in. I would always prefer the idea of DCA in. We are a little bit lower than most in terms of us losing support, but for the most part we are still trading at a solid price point, I would say. But nonetheless, we also have this update. Now this one I actually liked, but we see Kernel 0x introducing culture, a Kernel 0x track bringing 50 plus creators, artists, musicians interested in crypto, a part of Kernel block. 8 weeks, May 12th kickoff. Apps open through the 4th, April 30th. Sorry about that. DMs open. Now, they actually, we see here, this is District quoting this tweet saying, super excited and honored to be included in Kernel Block 3 and join the amazing Web3 community fostered by VSing H Do Things, and then Jitcoin, I believe, and then also Kernel 0x. So many great people, projects, and networks, big things coming. And I do think that this is one of those projects, like I said, it's frustrating. Trust me, I totally understand. if we're looking at this right now, you know, we've been kind of consolidating for so long. I mean, this is back in February 21st, actually, where we hit that all-time high of 45 cents. And honestly, since then, we only got close a little bit here, which we got so close to breaking the all-time high to go into price discovery. We hit 44 cents. And I just want to stress the idea that we were very close. Yeah, we couldn't hit that exactly. This is actually the start of the Bitcoin drop that lasted all the way until now, because we were at parabolic highs here on Bitcoin while DNT was at 44 cents. So overall, we've been consolidating for pretty much almost 4 months now, and it's just massive because this is 3 months of consolidation, overall, with a little bit of impulse up, but for the most part, we are trading in a downward slope. So, where do I see this? I mean, a good entry point would be at around 16 cents to around 22 cents. I think that's a safe buy area because I think that it's, low risk, high reward. Because, once we break that 45 mark, I think that we range much higher. And even if we looked at this, we looked at these pumps, and they're pretty much practically 200% pumps overall. So, I mean, what's next from our current price? We could easily topple that all-time high of 45 cents and go to, 50 plus cents to try hitting that dollar range. Now, of course, that dollar point is a huge target. We already know that DNT only has 600 million coins in circulation. So, with that being said, at $1, it's only a $600 million market cap. At $2, 1.2 billion. I mean, this project has a lot of room to run if it could really innovate the project overall and kind of just market itself a little bit better. But again, I think that this is going to be one of those pumps that surprise a lot of individuals. Right now we're seeing Bitcoin dominance kind of fall. If we look at Bitcoin right now, we can kind of see. Let me check it 1 second. So we can kind of see that we're ranging here at about that 40K mark. I stress the idea that 42K to 45K is it's pretty much one of the most important levels right now. And the reason why, because I think once we break over 42K, reclaim that 43K mark and continue upward to past that 45K mark, we could pretty much guarantee that we're going to range much, much higher. Right now, we're kind of just trading a little bit sideways. We're doing a little, I would say, a snooze fest of, a consolidation in this dip, where it's kind of keeping us under the wing of 40K, not really ranging us higher or lower. It's kind of just, boring. So we have to wait for the next move to see the price action, evolve, essentially. And, we don't know what's next. Realistically, from a TA standpoint, we could see chop where we hit those lows of, 34K again or 36K before going up higher. And I even mentioned that over here in the Discord, just to give you guys a little bit of a sneak peek. So this was my chop point for Bitcoin. So, this would be about $34,900, where we would basically hold this level, and if we broke above it, we could range up to, pretty much the main support level here, which would be about 51,000. We would get rejected off of it and then hit below that 47,000 mark to go much higher after that is claimed to pass the all-time high. Now, again, am I seeing that right now? Overall, we are seeing, some resistance at 40K. We kind of broke above it a little bit, but for the most part, we got rejected. We got rejected at 41K almost instantly. So I would say, a clear break over like 41K to reclaim that 42K mark would pretty much bring us out of the 30Ks for a very long time. But I think right now, we could see a little bit lower price point average. That's why I'm saying, we could get another, juicy entry on DNT at that 16-cent mark. But again, I still think that this project is extremely undervalued for, what it really is, the circulating supply, the market cap overall. It's just one of those projects. And we could argue the fact that, Loom was like that as well, but for the most part, Loom didn't have any solid, team behind them, no name team, no name project or anything like that. With DNT, it's a little bit different. We see, the team trying to get the project out there. We see them hiring developers to work on this project, and now we're actually seeing the updates from it overall as well, because they are getting, more adopted into other projects. They are building other projects. I think it's only a matter of time before we really see the true value behind District. Again, this is one of those frustrating holds, and I will stress that idea all day long. Some of these frustrating holds are some of the most profitable frustrating holds. I think, if we look at Matic, right, for an example, consolidate it before that next push up. And I could even show you that on, a chart. So if we look at Matic, we could see that before the parabolic rise to $1 plus, we were trading sideways, and I was actually holding during this entire time. So if we zoom out, actually let me go to the 1 day. Let me zoom a little bit here. So if we actually see this and zoom in a little bit, we could see that we were trading sideways from pretty much the beginning of March, because this is around that 45-cent range. This is where we hit that 54-cent mark that I was pretty much saying, like, once we break over that, we'll be golden. We traded sideways from pretty much the beginning of March all the way through April, before getting that at the end of April, that little push up to really put us into price discovery. And then once we hit price discovery, it was game over. That is why I'm saying with DNT, please be patient. I'm telling you, once we go into price discovery, it's going to be a massive push up, because we're seeing that here. We went to price discovery, we pushed up a little bit, traded a little bit sideways. This only lasted a couple days. I would say this is about, a week and a half, and then we got that next push up to really bring us all the way up to that $2.80 range. I just want to stress the idea, before this March day, we were at 20 cents. And even before that, back in the beginning of February, we were at, cents. We were at 6 cents. So, that's some major gains. I mean, that's incredible movement, incredible volume as well. And again, this was a very frustrating hold. A lot of people probably sold out during this time, thinking that it was going nowhere. That's why diamond hands, that's why HODLing is the big key here, because some of these frustrating holds, while watching other coins pump, they're all pumping stuff like that. I get it. It's hard to watch them. For an example, in 3 months, DNT's down 33%, almost 34%. 1 month, it's almost down 28%. 1 week, it's almost down 18%. So, if we look at Matic, 3 months, it's up almost 400,000 or 400%. Sorry about that. And 1 month, it's almost up 117%. 1 week, it's almost up 21%. So I totally understand it. I totally get it. Watching something like this happen while we're sitting here watching this for 3 months, I get it. It's frustrating. It's hard to watch. It's hard to hold. You want to sell out. You want to make profit somewhere else. If you want to do that, you're free to do it. I'm just saying, these frustrating holds, they don't remain frustrating forever. We've seen the same thing with XRP. We've seen the same thing with Matic. We see it all the time with other projects where they consolidate and consolidate and consolidate. Shake out the people who are impatient. I mean, this is a patience game. Now, if you're going to play this game, you got to have what it takes to succeed, and patience is the top 3. Yeah, sure, pretty much collecting yourself and putting your emotions to the side where, you know, things get rough, like this dip here, you know, yeah, that's one of the most important ones as well, but patience is among, if honestly, to me, I think it's number one, because it takes patience to hold through this as well, but it takes patience to hold through this. You know, watching your portfolio go up a little bit, down a little bit, up a little bit, while other people's portfolios are doing 10, 100x. Yeah, it's frustrating. Trust me, I will admit it sucks to see it. But at the end of the day, patience will be rewarded. And DNT is one of those movers that don't really move until last. But when it does crazy, crazy things. So I just want to stress the idea that I'm still very bullish on DNT. District is still a bullish hold in my opinion. They're updating, they're updating us in terms of what they're working on, how they're, pretty much doing, stuff like that. And I think it's only a matter of time before we see something like this that's very similar. Just to give you guys an idea, if we look at this and we go from the current price, because you guys know I love doing this, and we go to that $2.80 range that, Matic hit, it's only a 1,200% increase in price, but I will stress the idea that 1,200% right now from this current price point is about, give or take about a 12 to 14x. Now, I just want to stress the fact that we could do that. That's very possible, but we could even see a lot bigger of a price increase. I mean, I'm talking $5 plus, considering the fact that the circulating supply is so low, the market cap is so low. You'll see a lot of people FOMO into this project. You'll see a lot of people FOMO into, small cap gems, because in my opinion, DNT is still a very undervalued gem in this game, and I think it's only a matter of time before we see the true value, come to light. But nonetheless, guys, I figured I would update you guys on DNT because a lot of people were asking me about it, and I just really wanted to give you guys that. But nonetheless, this has been Nick. If you guys want more free content, definitely follow me on Twitter. Definitely check out the Discord down in the description below. They're both free. Again, free content all day. If you guys do enjoy this video, please leave a like, subscribe, and turn notifications on. I'm giving away free content all the time. And not only that, but it also helps the channel grow, and I definitely want to help more people, especially during these times now where a lot of people are scared, they're panicking, they don't know what to do. I definitely want to be pretty much a guidance, I would say, to people who are having a rough time right now. So with that being said, guys, definitely, if you guys want to do anything in terms of like turning notifications on and stuff like that, it's greatly appreciated. But yeah, I mean, nonetheless, this has been Nick. Peace out, guys.